From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. Relations between Canada and India are at a low point as the countries expelled each other's top diplomats over heightened concerns about a rash of violent crimes the RCMP links to Indian government agents. Ottawa has accused India's top diplomat in Canada and 5 others of involvement in criminality and expelled them all yesterday. Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly said violence linked to the Indian government had only increased since Canada made its concerns about murder, extortion and coercion public last year. And without India agreeing to be part of an investigation, Canada was left with no choice.
To be clear, we're not seeking diplomatic confrontation with India, but we will not sit quietly as agents of any country are linked to efforts to threaten, harass or even kill Canadians. Period.
India has rejected the accusations, denies being given evidence of government involvement in crimes here, and ordered 6 Canadian diplomats expelled in response. Canadians are set to receive carbon pricing rebates today.
The government says it's the first time all banks will label the payment as the Canada Carbon Rebate after years of inconsistent and vague phrasing on bank statements. The quarterly rebate will go to Canadians who filed their income tax while living in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, and all 4 Atlantic provinces. Ottawa sends the rebates to offset what people pay in carbon pricing when they buy fuel. Lisa Laporte, The Canadian Press.
StatsCan releases its September inflation report this morning. Economists are expecting another decline after the rate slowed to 2% in August. An editorial published today in the Canadian Medical Association Journal says it's time to invest in early pregnancy assessment clinics that can provide a tailored experience and proper care during and after a miscarriage. The paper and an accompanying review of medical literature say miscarriage affects 1 in 5 pregnancies in this country, but it says patients seeking help in ERs often receive suboptimal care. The editorial argues that patients should be referred to early pregnancy assessment clinics when possible, finding them to be best equipped to address the grief, guilt, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress that can persist for a year after miscarriage. A Trump town hall-style event took an unusual turn toward an unusual end last night near Philadelphia.
In Oaks, Pennsylvania.
Hold it, please. A doctor, please.
Someone fainted, then another. Each time a delay, music played. Ave Maria, James Brown. The room was warm.
Personally, I enjoy this. We lose weight.
Then?
They're both okay.
And?
Would anybody else like to faint?
Then?
We ended up with some good music, right? Right? So play YMCA. Go ahead. Let's go. Nice and loud.
Mr. Trump stood on stage about 45 minutes listening to his songs. Chuck Severson, ABC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, it was a wild Monday night NFL game. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills were expecting to go into halftime against the New York Jets with a 10-point lead, but that changed with one eye-popping Hail Mary pass by Aaron Rodgers. Allen and the Bills managed to overcome that score to outlast the Jets 23-20. The game was also filled with several missed field goals, and both teams had 11 penalties. CFL action on Thanksgiving Monday saw the Montreal Alouettes beat the Ottawa Redblacks 19-12. In baseball's playoffs, the New York Yankees took advantage of a pair of run-scoring wild pitches and beat Cleveland 5-2 to take Game 1 of their American League Championship Series. The NLCS is all tied up at 1 as the New York Mets got past the Dodgers 7-3. And in the NHL, the Pittsburgh Penguins doubled the Montreal Canadiens 6-3. And it was Josh Norris scoring twice, including the overtime winner, to lift Ottawa past the Kings 8-7. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.